One of the things I've learned in Escape from Tarkov is it's not always about the most expensive gun or kit that'll help you survive, but a weapon with good ammo that's relatively cost effective. Today I'm covering one of those weapons that I still use today, the SKS. The SKS is a simple starting weapon that can be grabbed from level 1 proper for the base version, but I'll be showing the OP SKS version due to the sight modification that we'll be focusing on. You can grab the OP SKS from Jaeger level 1 for 33,197 rubles. The reason we take this over the regular 28,000 version is because of the dovetail mount giving you access to more sights. If you like content like this and want to learn more about weapons or just general Escape from Tarkov knowledge, feel free to leave a like and comment on this video, as it greatly helps me know what content to provide for y'all in the future. Now that that's out of the way, let's continue. Now that we have our OP SKS, we need to start modding it with some basic mods to make this weapon a PMC shredding beast for a fraction of the price of other 7.62x39 weapon systems. First, we are going to grab the Hexagon SKS suppressor for about 36,000 rubles from the flea market, as it does not need an added muzzle device like the DTK-4M does. Next, we're going to grab all of our body parts, including the Intrafuse stock, SKS Tapco buffer tube, SKS pistol grip, and Magpul MOE buttstock. The Intrafuse stock costs 9,693 rubles for mechanic level 2 and is the core to building the rest of the weapon beyond the base system. Next is the SKS Tapco buffer tube and SAW SKS pistol grip, costing 1,873 for mechanic level 2 for the buffer tube and 3,721 for the pistol grip. After that, we have the Magpul RBG 4 grip for $88 from Peacekeeper level 3. Alternatively, if color doesn't bother you, you can grab the tan version for $77 instead. I prefer to run this over more meta grips because of the minimal boost to recoil and ergo, which just isn't important for this particular weapon system, and it also keeps the cost lower in case of an unexpected death. Next, we have a buttstock and butt pad from Magpul, again from Peacekeeper level 3, ranging from $70 to $80 depending on the color you pick, and an added $25 for a butt pad. Alternatively, you can run a PRS Gen 3 for $233, but what you gain in recoil reduction you suffer greatly in ergo, making it awkward in some situations to fight in. Now that the core of the weapon is built, we can go on to the magazine setup I prefer to run depending on my budget. For low budget builds, I'll purchase a 35 round magazine from the flea market for 14,000 rubles. This weapon can be top loaded, so if you're careful with your shots, you can still be deadly with a slightly longer reload time. Alternatively, you can just purchase more 35 rounders if you can't rely on your aim alone. Finally, we come to the reason why you should choose the OP variant over the base variant if you have money to spend: your sights. The SKS shines in longer range maps such as Woods, Reserve, Lighthouse, and Customs, but can be a powerful tool in smaller maps such as Factory depending on the optic and laser setup you run with. The sight I prefer to run is the Valde PS320 1x6 scope for about 30,000 rubles from the flea market. I choose this sight because it's the highest zoom possible for this platform, and it competes with more expensive sights like the Voodoo and the Razor in terms of zoom and sight picture. Lastly, and this is completely up to the buyer, I add an AN PEC 15 to the weapon for 15,000 from the flea for those up close fights where point fire is needed. If you finish Grenadier and have access to BP, it'll be insanely easy to shred some of the most geared PMCs in the game, but if you only have access to PS ammo, some well placed shots will also put down tier 4 and up players. And that wraps up our build. Our final stats for the OP SKS are going to be 48 ergonomics and 91 vertical recoil for well under the 250,000 300k price, whilst also running some of the best ammo in the game. Thanks for watching.